Hi, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are continuing The Legend of Korra. This is Book 2, Chapter 13, titled Darkness Falls. And yeah, that might be a quite fitting title after what happened at the end of the last chapter, with Vaatu escaping and the entire world just getting enveloped in this purple haze stuff going on. Quite beautiful to look at, but not it's not good. It doesn't bode well. And it ended on, just Korra looking horrified. And what are they gonna do now? How are they going to defeat both Vaatu and Unalaq? And are Unalaq and Vaatu, are they going to merge? And are we gonna get this dark avatar thing going on? Also, the whole thing with Jinora, she's still in the spirit world, and Tenzin went in with them and is trying to rescue her. A lot is going on. We have this one left and then another chapter after that, so I'm sure a lot is going to go down before everything can be resolved in this book. But we're so excited to wrap up Book 2 today. And I think we're just going to jump into it, unless you have anything?
No, we have noisy neighbors as always. But...
Oh, yeah. Any noise, it's just neighbors, and upstairs neighbors, and all of that. You know the drill. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're watching, including The Legend of Korra, where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. Let's go. Whoa. Huh? Fuck off.
Jinora Spirit, do you hear me? It's your Uncle Boomy.
Oh yeah, and Tenzin is with Boomy and Kaya, of course.
Do spirits even leave footprints?
Good question.
Face it, your tracking skills won't work in the spirit world. I feel a lot of spiritual energy coming from that direction.
We're in the spirit world. There's spiritual energy in every direction.
Enough. We need a spirit guide.
Where's Iroh? I know he's probably not going to pop up again.
Wake me, human. Humans in the spirit world belong in one place.
That's a spider. Yeah. Yep. Nope. Scorpion thing.
Scorpion, spider.
Scary. It's scary.
That thing.
Korra's doing pretty well. Oh. Where the fuck is he?
Everywhere! He's everywhere!
We're walking in circles. I've seen that same spirit mushroom 5 times.
That's not the same mushroom.
Yes, I am. What's that?
Mushroom? Is that you?
Nope, wasn't me.
It is him!
Yes!
It's been so long.
I didn't...
Almost 40 years. It's nice to see you again.
And you.
My friendly spirit fox told me you were lost. I came to show you the way out.
I'm not leaving until I find Jinora.
You could end up in a place where only the lost will ever find you.
Oh. Okay.
A place where only the lost can find you. That's it. I know where to find Jinora.
Huh? Oh. And of course they cut away.
Mm-hmm.
He must have gone home?
Really think so?
Hello, my feeble turtle duck.
Oop.
Yep.
Okay. They are still loyal to their father.
Don't let them escape this time.
Are you sure this is the best way to find Jinora?
Hey you! Spirit! Wake up!
You again?
What's the plan here? Okay, just get captured by the...
Ding.
Welcome to the fog of lost souls.
Now Unalaq is gonna come in and undo that. Yeah. She was so close. Nope. No, fuck. Red eyes, of course.
No.
They have now merged.
The fog is actually a spirit that infects your mind and slowly drives you mad, imprisoning you in your own darkest memories.
Great.
I am Zhao the Conqueror. I am the Moon Slayer.
Hey!
I will capture the Avatar.
That's where he's been all this time.
You've grown, but I will still defeat you.
Huh.
Come back, Avatar. Face me.
Never thought we would see Xiao again. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ah!
Korra, this fight is not over. Vatu cannot win.
Unalaq still only knows how to do waterbending, right? Like, he hasn't trained with any of the other elements. So it's not, that's not in his wheelhouse just yet.
The cannibals, they're everywhere. They're gonna eat every last one of us!
Why cannibals?
Who are you two?
What?
Hiya, we're your brothers.
They're closing in! I gotta get out of here! Ah!
No!
Can't clear the fog at all.
Your dad has become an evil monster.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to bring on eternal darkness.
Father was going to let me expire when we tried to open the northern portal.
It's just so sad that I'll never get to be with you again.
Oh.
And I'm sorry that we'll never have a chance to rekindle the dying
This is a
ember
gamble,
that was
right?
our love into a...
Oh. And it's paying off. Okay.
Wow, that was the best acting I've ever seen. You completely fooled her.
Yeah, right. That was acting.
Aw.
Aw.
Nice. Or what's going on? Okay, that's... Oh no! Fuck, you can do that?
What?
The fuck?
Remember who you are. You are the
Darkness falls indeed.
The fate of the world rests on your shoulders. But what if I fail?
Yeah, he's gonna...
I am the son of Avatar Aang.
Hello, my son.
No.
You are trying to hold on to a false perception of yourself. You are not me, and you should not be me. You are Tenzin.
I am not a reflection of my father. I am Tenzin.
Whoa. So many lost souls.
Yeah.
Jinora.
Jinora!
What happened?
I think our brother saved us.
Dad.
You're gonna be okay, sweetie.
got the light spirit!
They couldn't defeat him before. They most certainly can't now. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. What the f...
He's erasing the avatars, like...
No fucking way.
Oh.
The world's in trouble.
What are you talking about? How do you know?
I can feel it. I have to go help.
Jinora, wait!
He is truly becoming a monster now.
10,000 years of darkness begins.
What? The...
Fuck? That didn't go well. At least they found Jinora, and maybe she's gonna be able to do something. I just have no idea what. How? Well, that was a pretty depressing ending. Damn, is Rava and like the entire line of avatars, like they're just gone now?
Seems that way.
Are they ever gonna be able to get them back? How is Korra gonna get her avatar powers back? Or are we just gonna continue on with like there's no more avatar? And then how are they gonna defeat Unalaq? So many questions, and I know we can easily just jump into the next episode and get the answers there. But we are gonna talk about it a little bit at least. And this time we did remember to put up the post on Patreon so people could ask some questions and put in some comments about the episodes. And we're gonna get into those first, because the other times like we've just been talking and then we address the comments and the questions, and they're usually about some of the stuff that we already talked about. So yeah. And all right, it seems like there's a lot of comments, and people are talking amongst themselves as well. A lot of text here, but we're gonna at least address some of the questions. Maybe not get into all of it, because then this could become a very long discussion, and we don't want to like sit here for hours and hours. But the first one is from a Burrito. Hell, the connection to the avatars is broken. Do you think Korra will be able to restore it, or is the connection lost forever? Oh yeah, that's the one thing that we already kind of talked about a little bit, or at least mentioned.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that that's what Jinora is going to help with. And I don't know, like I got the feeling, and I kind of hope I'm wrong, but what if Jinora becomes the new light spirit in a way? And or helps restore it.
There is definitely a connection there.
Yeah, because she's very spiritual, and she was able to sense that something was completely off as soon as Tenzin rescued her from the fog of lost souls. Which that was a pretty cool addition, or at least like it was horrible place, but it was cool seeing it, and even like seeing a character that we know like Xiao, just wandering around down there and just being completely lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tenzin overcoming just all the despair and being able to save the others. But yeah, I really don't know if like Korra is going to be able to restore the connection, or someone is going to be able to restore it. What's going to happen? But it is still like, I'm sure there are possibilities. It is a fantasy series. There are no doubt options that we don't know about yet. That's going to maybe come to light, pun intended, in the next one. What do you think?
Well, I think maybe the link is broken forever. The next book was called What Changes?
I think that might be the name of it. Yeah. So
maybe she has to learn to be a person, a human, but without the Avatar spirit, like the Avatar state.
And the Avatar era is just gonna be over after this.
If we looked at the whole room with all the statues, it didn't seem like there was a lot of more room for more avatars, to be honest. I know it has nothing to do with anything.
That's true. And it did look like when Unalaq / Vaatu, the Dark Avatar, was just destroying all the past avatars, and Raava, that was for good. It seemed that way, although we don't hope that that's the case. But if it is, then yeah, they're just gonna have to move on from that after they defeat Unalaq and Vaatu, because surely that's also gonna happen. I hope. And then from Anne Gonzalez, how do you think Tenzin will change as a mentor now that he has let go of the burden of his father's legacy? That's a really good question. And I thought that was quite beautiful. We said, oh no, when Aang appeared, because I think we both was under like the assumption that this was some sort of illusion or something that was gonna make him doubt himself even more, maybe, or at least that's what I thought.
I was a little bit torn between was Aang actually lost in that fog as well?
Oh, okay,
or was he, as you said, like, or was he just like an illusion to kind of fuck with his mind? But
no, he helped him big time. And just, Tenzin letting go of that responsibility and not being so focused on, I have to live up to my father, Avatar Aang. And like, he's not just Avatar Aang's son. No, he's his own man. He's his own person, Tenzin. And that's when he really, that's when he was able to clear the fog there. That was really beautiful. And I think, yes, it's going to do wonders for him going forward.
I think maybe he's going to loosen up a little bit as like, the way
he's always been a bit tense, and especially because Tenzin, and especially because of his responsibilities, or what he thought was his responsibility to continue the line of airbenders, and just so much on his shoulders. But letting go of that weight is gonna make him.
But maybe he's gonna stumble or fall a little bit, because he has, like, at this point, of course he knows who Tenzin is, but he still has to figure out his own way still to be a mentor. Like I think he's tried so hard for all these years to live up to his father, and I think like the whole thing in itself, I think it's very relatable if you have someone in your family or a friend or something that where you feel like you have to live up to them.
Yeah.
Because you're basically standing in their shadow. And
a lot of people can probably recognize that feeling, especially if their parent is someone who did some things amazing, or is a very, very famous person. Just to take an example, like if you're the son or the daughter of a very famous actor, and you're always going to live in their shadow, and you're never going to maybe live up to the name. But no, you have to become your own person and just break free of that. So very relatable, and it was a surprise to be sure, but I think that they handled that really well, and it was great to see Tenzin embrace like who he is like that.
So now he's got to figure out how to
be Tenzin. Yes. And the next from Shane Sadler. Do you think breaking the Avatar cycle was done primarily for shock value? It's surprising and upsetting in the moment, but maybe not necessary since Korra hasn't really been using the connection to our past lives anyway. Well, it's come up a few times, and definitely at the end of the first book when Aang appeared to her and rekindled that Avatar connection that she had sort of lost because of Amon. But it might be something that's, I don't know if I want to straight out say it's going to help her going forward, but it's, as you already alluded to, it's going to make her, or she's going to have to become her own person or a person and not just be the Avatar. And even that's not an option anymore. I don't know.
I do believe it was like a ploy or something, because if they did, the people who
made the series,
if they were only renewed for like one season at a time at this point, then they might have done something like this because they felt like this was the end. So maybe that was an interesting story to tell. Like, what happens? Because, like, all good things has to come to an end at some point, right? So what would happen when we got to the end? What's going to happen on the other side?
Yeah, what if the Avatar cycle got, like, broken?
Yeah.
Because that's always been there as a danger, as something that could happen. And also with Aang, like, that's if you fail and if you die in the Avatar state, all that, then that's it. Yeah. So it's, no matter what, it's going to be interesting going forward to see if they're going to restore it, or if that's just going to be it and we're going to have to live in a world without the Avatar. From Daniel Breimer, do you guys think after seeing Iroh and Xiao the Conqueror, we're going to get more cameos from The Last Airbender? Maybe,
could
perhaps.
Definitely hope for
yeah.
people here and there.
Here and there, definitely. And I also want to say that I'm sorry I doubted you, Iroh. Of course he was going to show up again and just lend a helping hand one more time. I was afraid of, like, putting all my hope into, like, that, and that he was going to show up again. And but no, yeah, he still did, and that was really nice. And then also seeing Xiao, as we already talked about, that's still wandering around down there. So it's a sad end for him.
Yeah, and it's a sad piece of, he's just a sad piece of history now. So, and yeah, we also, the last thing we saw was him being dragged away by a spirit.
That's true. Yeah, the ocean spirit, I believe, yeah.
Was it the ocean spirit who took over Aang's body or something like that?
Yes, it was. Yeah. And then Yue became the moon spirit.
Yeah.
Also, for context, it might be too early to judge now since we haven't reached season 3 or 4. However, I think it's still debatable. Don't you think Aang is a better bender/fighter than Korra? Like, Korra has mastered all 4 elements. I feel like Korra should have won the fight against Unalaq, even as a dark avatar with just waterbending. Korra has 4 elements and the bending styles of all past avatars. No excuses. I do like the fighting styles in Legend of Korra, but do you think in Avatar The Last Airbender there was more technique and finesse in bending with most characters versus Legend of Korra? That might be too early to say, and
definitely.
Yeah, and if Korra would have been able to defeat him or not, like, she definitely, like, even though she was able to use all 4 bending styles, she wasn't able to do what Unalaq did, or what Vaatu did with, like, coming out of the body and then grabbing Raava from Korra. I don't think that she knew that was even an option, or that could happen. So even though you are very well trained, and I really think that she is, and she's a very, very capable bender, you can still get surprised. So I think that that's how it happened. And I don't necessarily see Aang as being way more capable than she is at this stage. And when Aang was, having his final battle, he wasn't fighting
a spirit,
the dark avatar. He was fighting a man. He was fighting Ozai. And yes, Ozai was also very powerful and was made even more powerful by Sozin's Comet. Yeah. But so was Aang. So it's, I think that's difficult to say, and I don't want to pit them against each other in that way.
They have their strengths and their weaknesses. For example, Aang was much more strong in his avatar state, and he was much more spiritually connected. But I don't think he was as capable a bender as Korra was.
He hadn't trained for as long as her now.
No, and she was really capable. The only thing that she was kind of lacking a little bit was her connection with, like, air and the like air bending and stuff like that. That was the one she was the weakest at. But as a bender, I definitely don't think she was I think she was a better bender than Aang was. But I think it was him being more spiritually trained, and him having a bit of a, like, he was more in his spirit, and he was much more connected to the avatar state, and that was much easier for him to handle.
Perhaps,
and he had, like, I just felt like he had much better training, and therefore he was stronger in the avatar state. And that was also when he got Ozai was in the Avatar state, but at that point he just chose to use it differently, like to
and to not kill Ozai and
take away his bending instead.
Yeah, and do that instead. And then I can see like Austin D and then Daniel and Nebek are discussing back and forth here about the fighting styles in Korra versus The Last Airbender, and just arguing that fighting styles evolve just like they do, like martial arts evolve in our world. So even though it looks different here, it makes sense, and it's not necessarily better or worse. It has just evolved, or it's
exactly.
it's just something new.
Yeah, like, so for example, we have karate, and we have like taekwondo, we have also like
kung fu. Yeah.
We have very like separate martial arts. But then at some point somebody thought, hey, why don't we merge it?
Or create something new, or even inside of those.
Yeah, where we cherry pick from all the best things.
Yeah.
And then like mixed martial arts came up.
Sure, yeah, exactly. And even inside of just the individual martial arts, like they evolve as well.
Yeah.
And you can even apply it to like sports. Say basketball, for example. Like there are new techniques and new moves always like evolving, new things happening that differs from the way that things were done. And it doesn't mean that it's necessarily better or worse, but yeah, it's just different and it's new and it's ever evolving.
They're always a con to the pro, so to say. So it's just that.
And then one last one from Santa. Not sure if it's too late. It's not. But what are your thoughts on the Xiao scene? Yeah, talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing him again. But yeah, it's just a sad, tragic figure who got trapped down there, and when he was still in the physical world and still alive, so to say, like he was just defeated by his own hubris and his own eagerness to become someone that would be remembered in history and be remembered as Xiao the Conqueror, and he still hasn't let go of that.
But I can't help but think that if Zuko chose differently, this would kind of be Zuko in a way. Like that would perhaps how he would end up if things failed, maybe.
Yeah, if he would just have let himself be overcome by those wants and needs and everything that we saw and what then happened to Xiao, yeah.
And I can't help but start to reflect on like the things that would be your downfall, like, or like not you as in you, but like you as in like the whole thing. Like if we were trapped in all the bad memories and we would be trapped in a certain, because it feels like it was kind of all your doubts and self-doubt and all your
worst sides of yourself, maybe, or at least
and like your missed goals, like, but like all your failures, like the biggest failure would become your obsession, and that obsession would turn you mad. Like I also think that some people are lost souls in real life as well. And I think you guys know by now that I'm really attracted to all of these parallels that you can draw between these scenes, or these like psychological things that themes they sometimes explore.
Yeah. It's very applicable to the real world, and that is something that people for sure struggle with every day. Is just staying positive and not letting yourself get dragged down by your failures and
shortcomings.
And being too focused on what went wrong. Same as with Xiao here, and his. It's like, I need to still defeat the Avatar, and he just hasn't let go of any of that, and he's probably not able to when he's trapped in that place. But now I'm just curious to see what happens. We do have a few things that we didn't talk about. I guess we can get into real quick. Just the funny little scene with Bolin and Mako and Eska and Desna. Apparently Bolin meant what he said. It wasn't acting, and he really does want to be with Eska. Or I didn't see that coming at all.
I think that was very unclear.
Yes. Just to quote The Last Airbender. But it worked, at least. And it seemed like now Desna and Eska are not supporting their father anymore, or at least like they saw him as well in the end becoming this huge fucking monster, and then it just disappeared into the sky. Oh yeah, and then we're back to what's gonna happen. Do you have anything else you want to get into? No, yeah, I just want to watch the last one now. So that's going to do it for this reaction and review of The Legend of Korra. Book 2, Chapter 13, Darkness Falls. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.